Welcome to AI Product Builders. Dive into the world of AI with us every week as we chat with founders and business leaders exploring practical tips for building and scaling AI products. Today, our guest with us, we have Prashanth Mahajan, the founder of Zeda.io and a seasoned product manager turned entrepreneur. Prashanth will share his entrepreneurial journey, how Zeda.io leverages AI to empower product managers and accelerate product management processes. Hi, Prashanth. Welcome to AI Product Builders.
Hey Shay, thanks for having me on the show. Really appreciate you inviting me. Looks interesting, AI and product management,
Yes,
two of the closest thing to my heart. So yeah.
thank you. You're welcome. Prashanth, could you please provide a brief overview of what is Zeda.io and its mission in simplifying product management processes?
Yeah, so basically, uh, Zeda, we help product teams with product discovery and planning.
Mm-hmm,
Basically, for B2B product teams, we help them centralize their voice of customers from customers or customer facing team, and then generate insight that what should they be building for maximum revenue impact, and then
mm-hmm,
helping build roadmap for that. So product discovery and product planning for B2B SaaS companies leveraging AI.
got it. So it's just B2B, only B2B and not in B2C customers can use, or like individual customers can use it?
We do have few B2C companies, but as a sweet spot,
Mm-hmm,
which we feel B2B companies are the best one for this.
got it. Yeah, but what inspired you with Zeta.io? Like, what problem did you see in the market that you wanted to address? And how did you go from an initial idea to building the entire platform?
Sure. So as a product manager myself, what I
Mm-hmm,
realized was I wanted to build, and every product manager want to build, solve a problem, but we end up doing more operational work rather than the actual innovation. And that was
mm-hmm,
my inspiration. I was talking to some of my friends in the industry, mentors, advisors, and I'm like, I think the way we are doing product management, I'm not feeling very happy or great about it. The what we
mm-hmm,
did and actual execution is different. Uh, and they said, yeah, it's true across every company. Most product managers end up doing execution, operation rather than the critical thinking, the
yeah,
strategy, the innovation. That was the inspiration. I wanted
mm-hmm,
to do more innovation, less operations,
mm-hmm,
and ship out more impactful product. So that's where
mm-hmm,
I thought that can I build a solution which can be the central product hub, like how we have Salesforce for sales, GitHub
mm-hmm,
for developers, HubSpot for marketers. Can we have something for product managers, which become the central piece, which talk to other stakeholders and help product managers to by taking away their operational work. So it came from my own experience, then validating it with people. Uh, to the follow-up question which you asked, that how did I went
yeah,
through? So
yeah. What
basically,
was your MVP and how did it grow?
yeah. So basically, we did the bare minimum when we thought
Mm-hmm,
that, oh, we have to. This is something which I think is a problem. I started talking to people.
mm-hmm,
Um, Probably every day talking to few people, pinging randomly on LinkedIn, Slack, WhatsApp that, hey, uh, I'm trying to build a solution for product manager. Would you give your feedback?
mm-hmm,
That's how I started validating.
mm-hmm,
Then we got a very bare minimum landing page from using social media. So uh, we took bought a domain, cheapest domain available, $10, got a template hosted, and then we started sharing that, oh, this product is live, join the waitlist. And we
mm-hmm,
started seeing people join the waitlist. Then uh, luckily, we got funding because people were passionate about this problem, and we were able
mm-hmm,
to hire few people. The initial plan was to build a visual representation of product, like roadmap, documentation, Jira
mm-hmm,
tickets, feedback, everything released, no? So you can have a structure. So we
mm-hmm,
started building that. We launched the MVP. But we realized that we are going and competing with Notion, which we didn't want to,
Yes.
because people were uh, looking at us like another documentation tool or workspace management tool.
Mm-hmm.
So then we went back and started thinking, what is the bigger problem? When people started telling us that feedback and roadmap was
Mm-hmm.
the problem, we launched our V1 on that last year in August.
Mm-hmm.
We got paying customers. We started looking at feedback. We got opened up the platform. We were getting more feedback. And then we realized that we are still going very broad and we have to narrow down. So
Mm-hmm.
we chose only product discovery and planning. That these are the two
Okay.
problems which are big enough, uh, painful enough for people to pay. And then we realized that um, even in road mapping, there are a lot of competition and it's a prettier
Yeah.
Excel sheet. So we have to solve the first problem of what should go in roadmap.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we went deeper into AI product discovery. So that has been the
Mm-hmm.
journey. Obviously, it involved talking to a lot of people, looking at a lot of uh, feedback from the customers, looking at market,
Mm-hmm.
iterating, shipping out things wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, that's where we are now.
Good. That's a powerful mission. Like, what was your growth strategies? Like, how did you grow? I mean, what really made effective for Zeda.io and what others can learn from it?
So growth strategy, the biggest one was we kept our focus by talking to people, which helped spread word in community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That has been one. We have been very actively launching on Product Hunt. That has been number two to
Okay.
spread the word. We have been number
Mm-hmm.
one, number two, number three
Mm-hmm.
of the day, even for the week, for the month, we have been there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we have invested in SEO from very like in early days
Mm-hmm.
of the company. So we get around 20-30,000 traffic per month now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then I think we we have been experimenting a lot. So we have tried community marketing, we have tried field marketing, event sponsorship, ads. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and there are a few things like we know LinkedIn ad or Twitter ad doesn't work. We know Google ad
Yeah.
work for us. We know we did sponsorship in India, New York, USA, San Francisco, Cleveland.
Yes.
We know what works now, which
Mm-hmm.
location, what type of conferences. We know what works on social media and what. So I think experimenting a lot with a lot of channels uh,
Mm-hmm.
quickly has been helpful to tell us that SEO works, community works, and paid ad works. No
Got it.
outbound doesn't work. Everything else, which I think doesn't work for us. Now it might work for some people, but at least not for us.
Good. Good. Good to know that what worked for you. So how does your business model look like? Like, how do you monetize your users?
So we are a per PM per month or per year subscription. So
Mm-hmm.
meaning for $99 per PM, according to us,
Mm-hmm.
PM is a editor of roadmap, editor of release note,
Okay.
editor of someone who can take action. We charge them $99 to use the platform. That includes everything. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
if they take yearly, it's $1,000 per year per editor. That's the model. And the collaborator, which are engineers and customer
Yes.
facing teams, they are free on our platform.
Okay.
Yeah. So
This
we
is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, so because PMs collaborate a lot, so we didn't want to charge or
Mm-hmm.
restrict other people from using the platform. So
Mm-hmm.
they can view, they can consume the information,
Mm-hmm.
they and they are free to use. But we are currently experimenting, and probably we'll start introducing the uh, platform fees because we have introduced AI. Currently,
Mm-hmm.
we are giving it for free, but eventually uh, due to just the cost of AI, we might have a separate pricing for that.
Yes. Makes sense. So then let's delve into your key features, right? Like what are the key features of Zeda.io and how do they address? the identified challenges product management.
Sure. So as a PM, the thing is, we have to first identify there are so many things to build,
Yeah.
but what should you be building? That is one part, which is identifying opportunities and prioritizing.
Yes.
The second part is driving alignment across the company because once you decide what to build, you have to communicate it with your stakeholders, your
Mm-hmm.
executives, your engineer, business, and it keeps on changing. You have to keep it dynamic and up to date.
Mm-hmm.
And third is uh, also when you ship it out, you have to communicate. But the third one is what is the impact of it? So
Yes.
these are the things. What to build, it out. There is build part also, but we don't touch a lot about it. We think Jira, Notion are doing good job at that. So we integrate with those tools. And the final part is the launch part, which is impact part.
Mm-hmm.
What we do is we take voice of customer from all the sources. Their
Mm-hmm.
sales, support, customer success, customer research, gong calls, user research, internal communication. We take it
Mm-hmm.
all. We have built integrations. So PM can see at one place what are people asking.
Got
Then
it.
we generate insights that what are your top 10 customers asking? What are your people who have renewal coming? What are they
Mm-hmm.
asking? What is the revenue impacted by each feature? What is the metric
Mm-hmm.
impact of each feature being asked? So we generate those insights. So as a B2B company product leader, you can come to Zeda and say that what are the next quarter I should be building if my goal is to reduce churn. Then
Yeah.
you can get people, what are the companies who have renewal coming next quarter? What are they
Mm-hmm.
asking? So
Yeah.
that way you can generate insights, theme, sub-theme, etc. And then convert it into a roadmap, meaning we
Yes.
directly create Jira tickets. So you can see what are people asking, have a Jira ticket, create a roadmap based on status or timeline, and share it with the executive team, business team, or even customer that, hey, you have been asking these things. This is the roadmap for that. Hey, this is the uh, roadmap for the sales team, customer success team, customer support team, or leadership team. You
Got
can
it.
do that and share it. And lastly, because this is synced to Jira, it is always up to date. And lastly,
Mm-hmm.
when something goes live, you can see that, okay, what is the
What's that?
impact, keeping
Mm-hmm.
the original requester up to date that, hey, you asked for this live, go check it out.
So this data analysis, what you mentioned, is it only qualitative or just both quantitative and qualitative?
So currently we have more qualitative, less quantitative, meaning we have
Mm-hmm.
mixed panel amplitude integration, but we don't
Yes.
identifying the events is harder.
Mm-hmm.
Qualitative requests from HubSpot, Salesforce, customer
Mm-hmm.
success, customer support like Zendesk, Intercom, Slack messages, Gong
Mm-hmm.
calls, user research call, transcriptions. That is more qualitative. So currently we have more, I'll say 80-90% qualitative, 10-20% quantitative, but we are planning
Mm-hmm.
to move towards other direction.
Yeah, I think your initial focus being qualitative makes sense because there are already too many players on the quantitative side, the mixed panel on the big players. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
So we
Uh,
actually don't want to replace Mixpanel or anything. We
yes.
want to integrate with them to take in the data uh,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can uh, build more. You know, our goal is to take all the data and then generate insight, not
Mm-hmm.
become a quantitative data collection tool.
Yeah, makes sense. So let's talk about AI, right? So AI product discovery. Can you give us an overview of how Zeta.io leverages AI to empower product managers and accelerating this whole product management process?
Sure. So there are two major things which are there. Number one is, like I said, generating, making sense of all this data which have been
Mm-hmm.
generated. That uh, what are people asking? What are the themes, sub-themes, sentiment, grouping it, uh,
Mm-hmm.
showing the impact. Second part is definitely on individual level, if you have to summarize anything, see the similarity, because in a company like Twilio, for example, there could be hundreds and thousands of similar feedback. similar request. So can you group them by together?
Got it.
Uh, the other part is using AI to NLP to generate the Jira ticket or first draft of the PID, because we know what
Mm-hmm.
people are asking. When you say convert it into a Jira ticket, we can create the first draft, which save the first 5-10 minutes of creating a Jira ticket. Now you
Mm-hmm.
compound it for every ticket, you save easily 4 to 5 hours a week.
Yes, got
Uh,
it.
Creating release note, for example, we know what Jira tickets you ship. You just select them and we create a release note for you. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, one is the analysis part. Other is
Analysis
the
part, yeah.
other is the content part, which is creating Jira ticket, PID, summarizing
Got it.
a release note. So these are the two
Mm-hmm.
buckets which we divided into uh, the whole AI portion. And how
I
this
think,
helps with,
yeah,
yeah,
I think that's what most product managers do in the 90% of the time. Yeah.
yes. And what we aim to do with that is that can we make it actually easier for PM to save time? Because if next quarter, for example, we are launching automation, if this then that, which is again has AI element to it, so you can build your own workflow and launch
Mm-hmm.
it. Now, what that does is that if you're able to save 4 to 5 hours or up to 10 hours of a PM, they can spend that 10 hours, meaning 2 hours every day, to uh, gen to do more innovation, to do more creative
Mm-hmm.
work rather than operational work.
Got it. So, as a product manager, there's always it's always good to have this analysis. It's good to have this data, but there's also the company goals part, You
Yeah.
have something coming from the upper management and you have your quarterly goals. Like how do you integrate the goals to Zeda
So
so yeah, everything works together.
So we do have actually that, meaning
Mm-hmm.
uh, you can create your goals and you can maintain them on Veda in the
Mm-hmm.
roadmap, in the features and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But as I mentioned, the even better part is that you can ask that my goal is to generate more revenue. Then
Okay.
Zeda can tell you that these are the few things which you should be building to grow the revenue. Your goal is to reduce the customer churn next quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can tell you these are the things which you should be building to achieve that goal. And even so currently what we are building is show you the impact that, hey, your goal was to increase the adoption by 20%. You
Mm-hmm.
ship this feature and now the adoption has increased by 10%. So you have achieved
Yeah.
50% of your goal. So I agree, goal is a big part. So that's why we already
Mm-hmm.
have it in roadmap and planning. We are
Mm-hmm.
launching it for impact analysis. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, and in AI itself.
Yeah, I think this is really interesting to see things together. So, what challenges did you face incorporating AI? Like, how did you overcome through the development process? Maybe you could delve into your tech stack. Like, what AI models are you currently using? What are the you mentioned NLP. You're doing a bit of NLP as well. So, yeah.
So the one thing which I have realized is we did try uh, LLM models, OpenAI, etc. They are not very good for the specific use case. And because
Mm-hmm.
every product team is different, they might give you very generic answer uh,
Mm-hmm.
that, hey, build this and do that. But it does not go anything deeper than that. So you still
Mm-hmm.
have to build yourself. That's the
Mm-hmm.
first thing. So we do use LLM for content creation part like Jira ticket,
Yeah.
etc. Still,
Jira tickets. Yeah.
you need to do uh, a lot of tweaking in that. But
Mm-hmm.
biggest thing which we use Zeda AI is our own model, which
Mm-hmm.
take different models like word to vec, k-mean,
Mm-hmm.
similarity,
Got it.
etc. The basic data science models
Mm-hmm.
to uh, create the analysis that, hey, we should be this is what you should be building, because
Mm-hmm.
that requires adjusting the weights, that requires
Yes.
adjusting understanding of the customer's product. So we
Mm-hmm.
have to work a lot of time with the customer to tell them that, hey, it's you cannot just get started directly. You have to work a
Mm-hmm.
bit with us. So that is the short
Got it.
answer.
Yes. I think that makes sense. But often product teams have unique workflows, right? You know, what a big company might have, a startup wouldn't have that entire product management process. They don't have the luxury of having the process. Like, how does your company accommodate customization and flexibility in its platform? How do you, help them to suit their specific needs for different product teams?
So that's why we had to narrow down only for B2B SaaS companies,
Mm-hmm.
because I know every product team is different, uh, but you can get at least some level of uh, trend or theme
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
all B2B companies will have a sales tool. They will have a
Mm-hmm.
customer success tool. They will
Mm-hmm.
be prioritizing based on customer request. So
Mm-hmm.
you can start building some GTBD framework, some
Mm.
uh, picture that this is how most of the companies look like. So like
Yeah.
we try to avoid selling to startups because very early stage startups, we know that uh, founder
Yeah.
themselves are uh, uh, listening to the
Customers. Yeah.
customer, so they don't need
Mm-hmm.
a tool in between because you already have
Yes.
direct communication. So we try to target Series A plus companies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why how you narrow it down. B2B,
Yes.
Series A, and then we know that we currently do not work with hardware companies. We work with
Mm-hmm.
software companies. So that's how you keep on narrowing it down to build a theme that this is going to be similar across the different companies.
Got it. Yeah. So, how does future look like? What's on the horizon for Zeda.io? Are there any upcoming features or developments the audience should look after?
I think the one thing which I'm very excited is, as I said, automation is something which we are building that you
Mm-hmm.
can you automate the product management operational work,
Mm-hmm.
impact analysis that currently we manually measure that what you shipped, what is the impact. I know that
Mm-hmm.
there are teams internally who build the business analyst,
Yeah.
we call them, or they do it.
Yeah.
But can we use AI to show the impact? Third thing which I was currently discussing with a couple of people was, uh, can we use AI to predict what they should be building? Meaning, if they ship this, what is going to be the impact? If they ship that, what
Mm-hmm.
is going to be the impact? That's something still in a idea phase, but
Mm-hmm.
can we do product simulation or not?
Yeah.
So yeah, just thinking ideas right now. But I do think one very major uh, personal revelation across the industry that product management has become more questioned, like with Stripe,
Yeah.
Snapchat, Airbnb, couple of other
Yeah.
companies taking a strong stand where product managers were doing just operational work and
Yes.
and became project manager and blocker for innovation.
Innovation. Yeah.
They removed it to speed up innovation. So that's a good thing for me as a founder because we are following exactly this use case. So I think
Mm-hmm.
as more and more companies realize that product managers need to focus either on the innovation part, which is product,
Mm-hmm.
or on the GTM part, which is what Apple and uh, Airbnb did, product marketing part, to grow revenue. Better it
Mm-hmm.
becomes for us because that's what we want Zeda to be solving for. Instead of doing just with most people, as I said, I got tired of doing operation rather than innovation.
Yeah.
So I would want to get back that thing.
Yeah. I think you brought a very interesting point, right? Like how product management or how product managers should evolve with their job eventually. So, as AI continues to play a prominent role in product management, how do you see the responsibilities and skills of product managers in the next 5 to 10 years?
I think they will have to learn AI. Like at least
Mm-hmm.
they will need to know how to work with AI. So you
Mm-hmm.
cannot expect uh, product managers or PMs to um, continue the way they were doing things. The
Yeah.
expectation will be a lot higher. Expectation will be to know AI,
Mm-hmm.
understanding of AI. Like
Mm-hmm.
if someone is building a consumer product, you are
Mm-hmm.
expected to know the how mobile apps work. There's no
Yes.
question about it. So
Yeah.
if you're working in B2B, you know how what a CRM, what a Stripe does,
Mm-hmm.
and all those things. So I think that's going to be one
Mm-hmm.
very simple thing which people will do. Second thing will be, can every product will have some AI element.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
how do you work with that? Like how do you leverage AI to make your product better? One is mm, how you leverage AI to make your productivity higher. Other is
Mm-hmm.
make your product better. So I think
Got it.
that is going to be one. In terms of responsibilities, I think uh, ethical use of data with like you can't just use data to without people's consent. So
Mm-hmm.
those kind of questions and ethics and regulation will come, like how GDPR came and other things came.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lastly, I think as a PM, because the industry is questioning the role a lot,
Mm-hmm.
you'll have to prove your value a lot. It
Yes.
cannot be just that, oh yeah, I have worked in a big company, but you'll have to show your value.
Got it. But what do you recommend product like we are there are product managers who are great at technology right now, but not AI. Like, how do you recommend product managers to find jobs in this AI product companies? Not every, right now, not every product company is AI product. So how can they transition?
I think you don't need to find in a AI company, but you can
Mm-hmm.
actually uh, start building side projects and
Mm-hmm.
either within the company, like talk to your boss, talk to your engineering team, come up with a project where you can leverage AI to build something, ship
Mm-hmm.
something, do that. So you don't need to change company. You can within the company you can do an AI innovation, and I've seen
Yeah.
uh, product leaders to be very uh, motivating for that.
Yes.
Second, start learning. I mean, there are so many things. Read newsletter, read books, do
Yes.
courses. Uh, there's Merrily, one of probably the
Yes.
best person I know. She's doing a great course. Subscribe to her newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Keep checking out Product Hunt. There are so many tools out there
Yes.
every day coming up. So I'm saying that uh, just be ready for it and just be not fully. You don't need to jump the ship right now, but just be aware of it.
Stay updated with everything
Yeah,
what's going on. Yeah, got it. So yeah, I think those were great insights. Let's end the session with an interesting question. Apart
sure.
from Zero.io, what's your favorite AI tool right now?
I actually think one tool which I really love as an AI is Grammarly. I know it
Mm-hmm.
is the not a new tool, it's a very old tool,
Yeah.
but Grammarly is something which I have been using for years.
Mm-hmm.
Emails, LinkedIn post, any other document, Notion, everything. It just is there to help me make my writing better. So I think
Mm-hmm.
Grammarly has been probably the oldest and best AI tool which I use on a daily basis without even realizing
That
how much
yeah,
time I
yeah,
use. So I think
got it.
Grammarly is the one.
It's great that you're still using Grammarly because after so many AI tools, writing tools coming up, I just forgot Grammarly. But yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
I- Actually, I don't go to ChatGPT or any other tool and
Yeah.
then write. I keep on using it on LinkedIn,
Yes.
like the same
It's
platform.
much more. Yeah.
Yeah, and because Grammarly have an extension, it just is in the flow. I don't use other
Yeah.
tools to write anything, so it helps me.
Got it. It's much more integrated in your workflow, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prashant. Those were really good
my pleasure.
insights. Yeah. And for those one who wants to check out Zeda, please visit zeda.io. And I'm sure it's going to help every product manager. Definitely, it's a great product to check out. Yeah. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Prashant.
Thank you, Shi. Really appreciate, and I think you're doing a great job with this podcast. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.